Hey friends, happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the channel. I started the reading with a little bit of behind the scenes for you guys so you can see how I go into preparing for a channeling session when it's of this magnitude, right? This is not energy that I feel should be taken lightly. Not that any of them are, but some just have higher stakes when really interpreting the message when it's on such a scale as this. I mean, the whole world right now has been touched in some way, awakened or moved by what's happening. A lot of people are finally seeing that the world just isn't what we think it is, and that there's just so much more going on spiritually, and it's not just an everyday physical battle that we're fighting. Everything has deeper meanings attached to it, and at the end of the day, it all comes down to our souls. I mean, we are fighting for our souls, and we live in an evil world with fallen angels. I mean, it is what it is, and understanding that is the first step. And I feel like now more than ever, people are awakening to that truth, that this isn't just some kid that disagreed with Charlie and shot him, even if that's what it looks like on the outside, even if that's what the facts say on paper. I feel like a lot of us know in our hearts that this isn't what we're looking at, and whether we can actually put it into words or make it make sense, the important thing is we all feel it. We're all on the same spiritual understanding that there's more going on here. So I really wanted to, and actually it's been a couple weeks now that I've just been sitting in the energy of Charlie and trying to connect with him. I've asked for dreams. You know, when I sit and pray in the mornings, I'll try to get messages from spirit. I've just in my energy and out loud have told him he's welcome here and can bring messages forth and show me signs and symbols, whether it be through movies, songs, times on the clock, whatever it is. You know, I've kind of just over the last couple of weeks welcomed his energy here, and I've been taking note of different things that continue to show themselves to me that may be relevant for what's going on here. So, I mean, this isn't just something I did this morning, but I wanted to kind of record my process this morning for you guys to show you where we were going today, because although there are many different avenues we can take to dig into this energy more, I wanted him to tell me where he felt the best place to start was, I guess, is like a starting point. When I sat down to get into this energy, the question on my heart was, what do you want the world to know about what happened to you, and how can we as a collective grow and evolve from this tragedy or illusion of tragedy? Whether he is alive or dead, this was either a true tragedy or an illusion of a tragedy. Whatever it was, whatever was shown to us as a collective, I wanted to know, how can we grow and evolve from this? Like, what is the point of this, and what's the most important thing you wanted us to know about what happened to you? So that's kind of where my mindset was in terms of questions and interpreting the energy. And so, yeah, I'm going to very quickly go over what I've concluded from the cards on the table, and then we're going to clean it up and pull more cards together and ask a few additional questions and see what we can clarify or extend, which messages we can extend here. Well, I mean, the biggest message I was gonna say the biggest message, and then in my head I'm hearing no. Like that's not the biggest message. Or then I was like, what? No. I don't really know what that means. Sometimes when I'm connected with spirit in terms of actually channeling them and welcoming them within this space, you know, I get feelings and words that just kind of take over my thought process here. So I don't know what that means. The biggest message, whatever I was about to say, it's like, no. Anyways, I guess maybe I'll just start from the beginning and let you know what I see. This tower is pretty significant. The Eight of Pentacles repeated quite a few times. There's an energy of entrapment here, an abuse of power, There's force. And it feels mostly like within Turning Point or within the organization. I mean, I'll quote it. I know there's many different legs to this. There's different businesses, different connections, connecting points to different things, and it's very complex. And that's what people with a lot of money tend to do, is make it very complex and have a lot of, you know, things branching off of certain things. And so I'm going to call it the organization. I don't know if this is TPUSA, if this is a different entity that maybe is presenting as TPUSA and could have something behind it, because I also feel like that too. Like there's like a father company or something behind the main company. It's like, it's very complex. It's definitely designed to be confusing. So I guess we'll just call it like the organization, whatever that means. A lot of emphasis there, but let's just start from the beginning. The very first card out was Pumpkin Baby. And that's card 36. I know Erica is 36 years old. So right off the bat, when actually sitting down to turn the camera on and channel Charlie, even with my own card pull, the very first card talks about pregnancy or birthing something new, like something new being birthed, a seed being planted that would create new life. So it ties in two ways. I'm going to tell you sorry guys, if I keep checking my phone, it's because I'm waiting for an important work message. So I don't want to be distracted there, but I kind of have to check. So this could mean actual pregnancy, literal birth. I mean, it's felt like that from the beginning. But after today and sitting and meditating with this energy, I think it could also mean something else. So if Erica doesn't end up pregnant or this announcement isn't made soon, obviously in the next 9 months, if this doesn't come to fruition, it could definitely mean something else, which I'm going to break down with you guys. But the very first card talks about Pumpkin Baby. So let's see. I'm just going to read a quick portion of this. It says, "You have conceived of something magical. You are about to bring forth a beautiful new being, condition, or project. Prepare for a profound and positive change." This card could indicate a pregnancy, but it could also be that you are about to adopt a child, birth a creative project, take home an animal, or otherwise hold the space for something wonderful and new to come through. Whatever it is, angels and beings of light surround you, tirelessly praying for you, blessing your birthing process, and sending love to your symbolic or literal baby. So then it goes on to say, you know, bringing in something new is a sacred sort of alchemy. Consider planting the seed. First you wait, then you begin to see a sprout, and eventually, with the help of nature and the great mystery, there is a plant where once there was only bare ground. So if we take this in a different direction, and it could mean both things, right? Two things could be true at the same time. It could be one or the other. It just depends how this energy plays out. Speculating Erica is pregnant could just be that. A speculation energy is a strange thing that can be read many different ways, and energy is ever changing. It could be she was and then wasn't. You know, I'm not going to pretend like I really know how the universe works with all this stuff in terms of energetically, but there is a continued message of pregnancy, birth, Charlie coming back. And then again, with this garden, this also talks about planting seeds. I mean, not the literal meaning in the book, but when you think of a garden, you can think of seeds that sprout into flowers. We have heart. The seed that's planted could literally be the seed that was planted inside of Erica sprouting into a heartbeat. I mean, that's how it happens. The seed gets implanted, and then, you know, a heartbeat. And then the rider comes in with a message. There's two rider cards in this deck. One is a man, one is a female. One is a white horse with a man clothed in white, which usually means good news or, you know, something pure and innocent. This is obviously the black rider, but it has a female on it. So this could just be incoming messages, emotional messages, the grieving mourning wife that comes in with a message about pregnancy. Spiders usually are feminine energy, but in this case, this also ties into the bigger message here about the actual organization and what could have been going on here around what happened to Charlie. So these could just be the feminine, a message, an emotional message, the seed being planted, a heartbeat, and pregnancy. So that was the core of the message there. Now we move on to the actual energy of where it's shifted here into like an organizational message. The next cards out, we have the Tower, the Eight of Pentacles, the Magician, and the High Priestess. There's things going on behind the scenes of people actually pulling the strings who aren't seen as the ones pulling the strings. There's obviously like boards and things you report to who have powers even over CEOs. And then there's also people who aren't necessarily known that operate behind the scenes, but there's some sort of like group of like board members, executives, or donors, something like that, somebody of importance within the organization that isn't known to the public that holds a lot of power. And this is showing up with the actual people who work within the organization, like the front runners, Erica, the people she works with, her secretary, the people who are easily identifiable and in the public eye in terms of working for the organization. There is some sort of tower happening here. So I also have here the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Strength card, and again with this Eight of Pentacles. The Queen of Pumpkins actually hit the ground. So when I cut the video and sat in meditation with the cards on the table and started to journal about this, I picked the card up and I set it over here because it was on the floor, and I think it's significant considering we have Pumpkin Baby here, Queen of Pumpkins. The King of Wands is over here off to the side as a black cat, and this Queen of Pumpkins has the black cat on her lap and the pumpkin right next to her, this Pumpkin Baby that could literally be the soul of Charlie since he's showing up here with the black cat. So just going to note that. I'll go over the cards over here in a second, but aside from like massive control, this spider also talks about webs of deceit, illusions. Things aren't as they seem. There is a need for discernment and people having ill intentions for you and hidden agendas, like wrapping you in this web of lies and trickery, deceit. And then the Strength card, like being forced. There's some sort of like web that's been woven around this organization and the people that work there where they're being massively controlled. There's a lot of cards around like anxiety and having a guard up and like feeling uneasy within the organization with whatever's happening. It's a abuse of power. It's like having somebody by the balls per se. It's like feeling kind of stuck and suffocated there. So then we had, I'm going to put these back out here really quick because it read like this. The Strength card again next to this Strength card, but this Strength card, this cat is like wrapped in a net. So again with this web being wrapped, trapped in a net, stuck. So from reading the top cards, pulling it off and going into journaling, what I wrote was, in terms of the company, the organization, maybe TPUSA, maybe something else, there's a partnership or an alliance that is out of balance or unfair. The thought of the ending of this partnership caused massive anxiety and fear. Whoa, what is happening? Fear. So there's a partnership that is out of balance here in this organization, something that would be seen as like unfair. And the ending of this partnership has caused massive anxiety and fear, but someone felt controlled and suffocated. The reins were being pulled tighter and tighter, and a plan for freedom began to take shape. A plan was being put into place. And then I was hearing like the plan. Okay, so then I was remembering Erica, the plan, don't forget the plan. There was like, I believe with what happened with Charlie's, he's trying to say the control was becoming unbearable. There was tension within the organization. It was affecting more than just him. It was a company-wide issue. He was becoming more suffocated, controlled, anxious, fearful. So he had to start putting a plan into place to get out of this. So then a plan was put into place, and I believe Erica knew all about this plan. And I believe the message that came through in the very beginning about a plan was reminding Erica, now that she's the new CEO, like, don't be afraid, like, carry out the plan. You know what I was planning to do. And maybe that's why she says, like, I have journals, I have blueprints. I know what the next steps should be. I know what the budgets are. It's like when she says Charlie left her basically the blueprints. I think there was a bigger plan in place going on behind the scenes that would have cut out a partnership or an alliance in some way. But I could be reading that backwards in terms of one coming together. Oh, maybe confirmation with one coming together. An alliance coming together, not necessarily falling apart. Okay, put that in your pocket for a minute. So this plan, that being the plan, maybe not so much like, Oh, we kept getting like the Six of Swords when I was talking about the plan in the beginning, like the plan to move, the plan to protect the kids. It's like there was a plan to move, and maybe this is moving. Anyways, okay. But there was a betrayal from someone on the inside, somebody who leaked the plan, somebody in his circle who knew of the plan, heard of the plan, overheard a conversation, or somebody that Charlie confided in, ended up with this information. And I believe that plan was leaked, and that's where the internal betrayal comes from, is a plan to restructure, to I don't know what the plan is entirely, but there was a big restructuring of this organization that I feel was starting to take shape, and it got leaked, which would have hurt somebody who was already in a partnership or alliance within this group. It was going to hurt somebody, and I think that's where the betrayal came from, is just saying, hey, I think this is a plan, and it got into the wrong hands. So whether it was an actual like, hey, I'm going to call up somebody who is going to shoot Charlie in the neck, I don't know if that necessarily was the betrayal. It's feeling more like the betrayal was there was a bigger plan in place for the organization that was leaked, which caused this, and maybe they didn't know it would cause this, but it did, and maybe that's going to end up weighing on this person. There's an idea of this like taking the company in a new direction, but it involved legalities. This would involve lawyers. You have to do things by the book. There's contracts here. There's things set in place where you can't just do certain things that you want to do that cuts out people that you're just sick of dealing with, especially when they have the power to control you and your employees and the direction you take things and what you're allowed to say, etc. There's definitely like legal things that need to be overcome. But I kept hearing loophole. Like there was a legal loophole he found, or he outsmarted somebody. He found a way to do something. He consulted with somebody. He found a loophole to do something that would have given him some sort of freedom. Because I heard that over and over and over, like a legal loophole. And then I wrote here, outsmarted. The plan was to untangle and restructure. It was a massive cleaning of house and a possible merger. So then I was getting this energy of like two companies merging together, causing some sort of loophole. Like I have no legal training. I know it's different in different states. When companies operate in different states, it gets very tricky, very entangled. But there was some sort of loophole that he found that would have either allowed him to merge with another company, that would have then changed the existing rules, or it was a merger he was undoing by a legal loophole. There's something there about a merger, a cleaning of house, a restructuring, and then possibly a new alliance. There's some wild card here where it's like either throwing somebody new in the mix, a new alliance, a new friend, a new opportunity, creating a new business, dissolving one. But there's again some sort of legal loophole here. And it goes back to an abuse of power and internal fighting with somebody who already had way too much power within this current structure. So it was like needing to be dismantled legally. And it was outsmarting the people who thought they had the control, or they thought they had the power. And then again, somebody internally who knew of this plan, who leaked it, and it really pissed somebody off. Because maybe there was no legal grounds for them to undo what Charlie was about to do. And I think it has everything to do with this organization. And I don't know what kind of money is going on here, or what that actually means, or why it would be this important for whoever this person was. I don't really know. I don't know the true depth of what Charlie had gotten himself into with this organization, but it really pissed somebody off is what I was gathering from it. And then before we clean up, going back, there was a final message as I was removing the cards about this right here. With these cards here, the center cards, it's like the Rider card also talks about like sexual interactions, and then the Spider is entrapment. With the Garden and the Heart, it could also be some sort of like sexual blackmail within the organization, because the Garden card actually talks about community, social circles, the people you work with, people you network with. It's a group of individuals. The Heart could also be emotions. This talks about emotions, sexual intercourse, and then entrapment, deceit, illusions. And then again, like the Tower, with people within the organization, they either have something on somebody or had things on different people. There's something also potentially going on within the organization that's keeping people compliant because of this energy of like something maybe not so moral was going on within the organization on some level with who, I don't know. But yeah, that definitely shows up here within this group. The Garden card also talks about signifying an improvement of one's social status. Yeah, so that's where we are in terms of channeling Charlie and what he wants to talk about today. At the bottom of the deck here, we see the internal fighting. Ooh, with the fox and the gate. Oh no, the stork. The fox. Trickery. But yeah, fighting, like internal fighting. Two people inside the house fighting. Two people are supposed to be on the same team fighting. I'm seeing this as an argument. And then, you know, the gloves, the forcing one's hand. It's like, we don't agree, but I have the power. And this is where I was seeing the abuse of power. But then we also have the trickery here with the gate and the stork. Coffin, karma. Like, death was your karma because... Coffin, karma, because you were birthing a new idea and you were locking out the fox. We have the Lover's card over here, which talks about an alliance or a partnership. Ooh, and I didn't even know that. Look at Seven of Swords under that. Lies. Deceit. What does the notebook say? Book ideas. What is original anyways? Blocked. It's all been done. Why not? Copy, paste, repeat. People do it all the time. So again, giving me the energy of like looking at the books, investigating the books. There's a partnership and deceit here. And then the bottom of this deck, we had the Ten of Pentacles. Now that I'm picking it up, we see the Six of Swords under that, either moving large amounts of money or literally moving the organization in some way, merging, moving, rebranding, restructuring, something like that. Five of Cups here was under this deck for loss. Loss and regret, sadness. So yeah, we will clean this up and just get a new spread out here to see what else we can pull from this energy. If you guys have made it this far into the reading, we're probably about the halfway point at this point. So if you haven't already, please drop a comment, say hello, place a bee emoji, a heart, something to interact with the content. It definitely helps the algorithm. Like the video. If you are enjoying this content, it definitely helps us as creators. So thank you to everybody who does that constantly. I appreciate you guys. Sorry guys, one second. In that message I just got that I was reading, it's actually about a work conversation I'm currently in right now. And ironically, one of the sentences within that long message I just got was money talks. Like trying to settle a deal. By saying money talks. Or trying to close a deal, I should say. Closing a deal. Clouds and the moon. Yeah, but it's not. Clouds and the moon, like it's not clear. The sun in the coffin. If things were to become clear, the truth were to be realized, it would cause an ending, or did cause an ending. Mice, because there's theft going on. Letters back at the bottom. I wonder if we should repull a center card. That's just crazy. Father God, Holy Spirit, I ask that you protect me and my viewers from any low vibrational meddling energies that try to introduce themselves here. I ask that you protect my space, my home, my animals, and protect the spaces where anybody tunes in and views this message. We are asking that you thin the veil to give us better access to messages from the other side, anything that we need to know that will help us better understand the spiritual battle that we are in. Charlie, I've been already in communication with you as of this morning, but you are absolutely still welcome here, and I encourage you to utilize the energy in the space to bring forth the message that you feel the collective needs to know, the most important energy surrounding what happened to you and how we can grow as a collective and learn from this. What is it that you want us to know, Charlie? What's the biggest message here? What happened to you? What does this mean for humanity and the future of America, the future of our salvation? Card 14, Moon Moth. Card 14. Numbers tend to be really significant in the way that Charlie's energy and what happened, like that's how he's communicating for some reason, at least with me, is a lot of numbers. Look at this. It's 12:23. Right when I say that, and then my phone goes off a few times, I look over and it's 12:23. 14. He was born on the 14th. We have 10:10, we have 14, we have 12:23, we have 23. Dates: August 7th, August 5th, August 4th, August 6th, 9:10, 10:14. Something about 2019. 33, 47, 1223 with 14, that might be a significant connecting point though. The timing, we were getting that the timing was also important right at the very beginning. So something about the time he was shot, 1223, and how that connects to moon moth. So let's read that and see what message. Let's see. That's a moon moth fairy. So again, another repeating message about the fairies. This says, get quiet, steer clear of harshness, be exceptionally gentle with yourself, honor your sensitivity, take care of your energy, and act in accordance with your clear inner knowing. This moon moth fairy may be delicate, but she is also powerful, for she is attuned to the wisdom of the great goddess and the subtle frequencies of the spirit realm. She has appeared to remind you that you also have these abilities, but to hear your guidance, you must first relax and spend some quiet time alone to purify and reset yourself. While there's nothing wrong with having a full schedule or enjoying rich foods and celebratory beverages, when these behaviors are too frequent and you don't take enough downtime to heal, cleanse, and recharge, your intuitive and psychic abilities will take a hit. But remember that it's perfectly natural to go in and out of balance throughout your life. So there's no need to judge yourself when this happens. Instead, you can simply notice and take steps to remedy the condition now. This is likely a message to cancel plans and carve out some time in your schedule for relaxation, meditation, rest, and attentive self-care. It is also quite possible that you will benefit from taking a break from too much sugar, alcohol, or other substances in excess can block your connection to spirit. Furthermore, you can help purify and reset your vibration by removing clutter, cleaning and clearing the space within your home. With chimes, bells, the smoke from ethically sourced dried Palo Santo or sage, a mister of rosewater, and aromatherapeutic space clearing mist, you will most certainly benefit from fine-tuning your chakras and your energy field. You can do this by performing a chakra clearing or energy healing meditation or receiving a Reiki healing. You are a channel of divine wisdom and healing. Relax, tend to your wellness, and then listen deeply. This will realign with divine orchestration and flow. So to me, what I'm getting from this is just purifying and resetting your space, clearing the clutter, cleaning house, like doing like a cleanse of whatever parasite had infiltrated the organization. It was like doing a parasite cleanse. That was the plan. And once you get the parasite out, they no longer have that control over you. A parasite cleanse. To get back in tune with your true inner knowing. Again, with those numbers having significance, let's keep going. Hi, Alice. All right, Charlie, what is it that is the most important energy for us to know about? The child and the tower. Tower is here again. There's some big tower. There's some shocking theft. Something going on with children. A child, children, a tower. I mean, we know the elites, world leaders, and people with power also run the organization of child trafficking. There's a tower here, and something as it relates to children, either Charlie's children, a child. This could be the shocking news of a child. I mean, you can read it so many ways, but that mice card coming out again, children, a tower, it's not looking good. You know, even when we had the demon and the angel, we had the energy of the eternal child, like this energy around children and innocence, and a message that Charlie keeps trying to pull through. Even when we had the message card here, at the last reading, when I pulled one card, I was supposed to pull three. I only ended up pulling one, and it was the Innocence card. It was the Six of Cups. It was, again, a message about the children. And again, when channeling him here now, we have a message about a tower and a child. they're just all spread eagle up here. You can stay right there, okay? Put her little head on the pillow. But why are you so cute? All right, Charlie, can I get one more? I also wonder if Charlie's kids are gonna get an animal. Oh, the house is falling. The house is crumbling. The snake, holy shit. There's a snake in the house, but the tower's coming down and there's significance around children. Oh my god. Okay, I was hearing in my head like the numbers. I'm like 13, 19, 4. I'm like trying to go through my head with the numbers because I just kept hearing that after I seen the snake. 3 and 1 make 4. We have a 4 here. We have a 19. 4 and 4 together make 8. Here we have a 7. Oh my god, and the 10. 10/31. That's Halloween. Okay, so then now we have 8, 7, 19. This idea of August 7th, 2019 is significant. I don't know what the hell this means. Oh my gosh. 8, 7, 19. And then the message I just got referenced bullseye. There was a word in that message I just read that said bullseye. So like right on the dot. August 7th, 2019. Snake. Was there a significant change in turning point in 2019? $33 with the key. Oh, and 3 at the bottom. 333. Was somebody overseas handed the keys? 33. I wonder if something happened in 2019 that significantly changed within turning point. Some sort of merger, alliance. 2019. In the summer, I guess you could say like the summer of 2019. Was somebody given the keys to the house? Summer of 2019. It's significant. All right, Charlie, what is the significance again about us going back to this date, this tower, this house, this child? What is the significance of either the date, the summer of 2019, the key? Wow. Coffin at the bottom. We have the broom, cleaning house, the heart, like clearing your space, clearing your heart, clearing where you stand morally, where your soul is feeling conflicted, like cleaning up the energy around your heart. The sun, like choosing the light or seeing the light or wanting to cleanse the energy around your heart into the light. And there's a tower here again. With the tower, it's repeating over and over and over again. But then again, we have the heart and the sun, like a heartbeat, a sun, a literal sun, shocking news, a tower, a child, a tower, a heart, a sun, a broom. I mean, it's kind of like intermixed. There's the energy of a child, a sun, a tower. Yeah, the moon moth also talks about like clearing your energy, cleaning, purifying, and so does the broom. Symbolizes the need to clear away clutter, physically and metaphorically, to create space for something new. It's exactly what moon moth said. Like cleaning house, bringing a tower down, clearing space for something new to be built. Maybe there was like a mass layoff coming or a restructuring or a merger that would clean a bunch of people out. Removing negativity and creating a harmonious environment for greater clarity and peace of mind. I wonder if Charlie's trying to say there was a plan to clean house, and if you look further into that plan, you'll find out and unravel exactly what happened and who was behind this. Because there was a plan in place. There was a bigger plan in place that was bringing a turning point tower, and this got leaked to the wrong people. Control your words and impulsive behavior. Look at this. The broom card, number 11, is on page 14, which directly ties into that 14. Coincidence or not? The heart symbolizes matters of the heart, including romantic relationships, deep friendships, and emotional bonds with others. Yeah, there was a cleaning of house. Even people he considered friends, that these were close relationships. There was emotional bonds here, but there was also a need to clean house. Trust your feelings, act as your heart guides you, and do what resonates with your soul. The sun card represents positivity, vitality, and success. It signifies a period of clarity, optimism, and abundance. It indicates that favorable conditions and opportunities are aligning. It encourages embracing optimism and enjoying the radiant blessings that are coming your way. Make the most of this favorable period. Do not lose optimism and faith in the future. Trust the universe. Maintain a positive mood. Be generous and selfless. However, sun can also burn. Don't forget about it. The sun can also burn. Sure can. The Tower card can also indicate institutions, bureaucracies, or established structures within society. It suggests the need to create healthy boundaries in your life, to take time for introspection, and to evaluate the structures or systems that may be influencing your experiences. Set boundaries for your interests and take time to rest alone in order to replenish your energy. Setting boundaries for your interest, isolating, pulling away from, cleaning house, restructuring, bringing a tower down. A moral cleansing, a spiritual cleansing. Hi. You have to sit down now. Beneath the coffin here is the ring. Okay, Alice, don't. Thanks. Sit. There was somebody that was introduced, brought in, or given the keys to the house in 2019 where everything started to shift for Turning Point. And then it became too much, too controlling. It began to shift and go in a direction that just didn't feel right anymore. And then there was a massive cleaning house plan in 2025, which led to his death, the Wheel of Fortune. Things were changing. The tables were turning. Something was about to be flipped on its head. Charlie, tell us more about this Turning Point Tower. Or can you tell us about your plan? What was your plan? How were you planning to clean house? Death? Catching the rats? There was a plan in place, like mouse traps, to catch the rats, to put an end to the lies, the stealing. Cleaning house, cats keep environments rat-free. Bringing in people to clean house. To end the rat infestation. How are you going to do this? Or what else can you tell us about this plan? Nine of Pentacles is a solo energy. Breaking free of the rats and going independent. Going independent. Doing something yourself. Downsizing. Knight of Swords with the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're fed up, you're pissed off, you're making an impulsive decision to walk away and do something on your own. I also think it's interesting if this was the plan, how the cleaning of the house was the plan, and Erica comes on the Charlie Kirk show and says, none of you are going anywhere. You're all staying. If that was her maybe afraid because how many people weren't going to be staying around. And she's like, no, don't come after me or my kids. Like, y'all are fine. No one's losing their jobs. We're not cleaning house. Y'all are welcome here if you choose to stay. I mean, something felt wrong about that interview with her need to say... Page of Cups again. Hierophant. Ooh, this Hierophant has the two keys in the candle, but it's a one-eyed cat. We all know what the one eye stands for. Yeah, something just felt off about her going back onto a show just to say, like, again, business is resuming, nothing's stopping, his socials, his show, everything is going to continue as planned, nobody's leaving, like, very strange. Tell us more about your plan to clean house or to walk away. This could also be like walking away from a fight. It's like not putting up a fight, but making plans to change something where you're not. The leaves are falling here. It's fall. Things are changing. The dead leaves are falling. There's a walking away. Five of Cups is a loss. We have the broken cups down here. There's two cups standing, and then here we have two cups. The loss of a partnership, and then going out on your own. Starting something new. This is the adventurer card. It's like, but going off on your own. It's a plant. The Hermit card keeps showing up too, and I never really know what to say about the Hermit. And so I keep kind of bypassing that energy, but maybe he planned to go independent, solo, retire, quit. There's something. Moving in a new direction, merging, selling, downsizing to literally himself. The Fool, like going in a completely new direction, taking it in a completely new direction. Can you tell me why you needed to clean house? What was the main energy around the parasite that got into your organization for the need to Clean house from parasites and rats. Can you tell us more about that energy? What is that energy? Judgment. People working together to build something. They were there to tear down what the group had worked to build. The parasites, the rats were there to tear it down. Oh, these are at the bottom. They were working to tear it down. Oh, there's 10 of Swords. But maybe he thought, if the rats want to tear it down, I'll just tear it down myself. I don't know, tell me more about the parasite. The rats. Money and partnerships. The Emperor contracts, but you signed here. You took our money. We gave you success. And now you plan to throw it all away. 5 of Cups again with a loss. Not caring about losing money, partnerships, success, or breaking legal contracts. There was a consequence here. It's like we offered you something. You shook our hands, you took this partnership, and you signed the contract. We delivered. You got success, recognition, fame. But we gave it to you. We can take it away. There's a loss here. Broken system. Oh, I wrote that in my journal. I got that with the Magician also, saying like, look at, I wrote it right here. Charlie Kirk, I said, we built you up, we can bring you down. He who created the masterpiece has the authority to destroy it. Behind the scenes creators bring the tower down. We built you up, we can, okay, so what we gave you, we have with this judgment call to tear it down, to destroy you, is because we gave it to you. Or we gave this to you and you tried to betray us and take it from us. Or there was a plan. 6 of Swords with the passport. The plan always comes down to, with Eric, it's like the plan with the 6 of Swords, moving away, moving the business, moving the money, moving something, moving away from the organization, moving away from the contract, the partnership. There's continual energy around, ooh yeah, look, travel plans. Travel, moving, leaving the country to Europe, maybe? Six of Cups. Moving the kids. Why does this energy about moving the kids? Messages about moving the kids. The Wheel of Fortune, you're going the wrong way. Family. Wheel of Fortune, roadblocks. Children, moving, a plan. How do you feel about what ended up happening? How do you feel about how all of this ended up playing out? Knowing what you know, knowing what your plans were, being able to see from a higher perspective on who betrayed you and what direction your company is going. How do you feel about all of this? How do you feel about how all of this played out? Three of Swords with the Hangman. The Knight of Pumpkins, which is the Knight of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Yeah. The Knight of Pumpkins with the Three of Swords is the Death card. Somebody who worked beside him, somebody he was slowly building with, is the one that hung him out. It's a heartbreak. It's seeing who this knight was. There's a death here, a sacrifice, somebody that was watching. The Knight of Swords, the Lovers. Somebody who was slowly gathering information. Heartbreak, betrayal, and death. Was reporting back. We have the Page of Swords. Gathering information, reporting back, that pissed somebody off. That came in impulsively and made a decision with the Death card. Somebody he was in bed with in terms of contractually, an alliance, a partnership. There's somebody here giving information. There's a Knight of Pumpkins in his orbit. Somebody that would have been a stab in the heart to him on this horse, giving information to this Knight of Bats, this Knight of Swords. There was some sort of partnership here with death and temperance. It's like, I don't know why I keep wanting to say the people he merged with or came together with, joined forces with. This person who made him an offer, he signed a contract, he received success. It's that person. It's the person that came. It's this coming together that was getting information from someone who betrayed Charlie. And now we have something at the window again. Oh, that was a little black bird. There was a little black bird outside my window. It distracted Alice to at least get off the cards, but okay. Oh my gosh, a message? A message coming to the windowsill? The black bird on the window. A message. I don't know, let's get a few more cards and then I'll wrap this up for today. Charlie, what else do you want to tell us about what happened? Oh, I'm just now seeing black birds up here at the feet of the hangman. There's two black birds there. All eyes on you. Big city, center stage, public speaking with traps. Discern, love bombing, decoding, games, puzzles, mind games. What else do you want us to know about the energy on the table? Recognition and reward. That's this. That's like the other card, the being center stage, giving you the platform. You're getting recognition and reward. The platform, the fame, the microphone, the stage. Good news. Bonus? Oh, a bonus or gifts, compliments, something you're getting. Yikes. These are both barbed wire. It's like the gate energy, like warning against taking whatever money, whatever was on offer, there is regret about taking it because this ended in control, abuse, an imbalance, unfairness, something not right came from receiving liquid gold, receiving bonuses, recognition. It came with consequences. The biggest message is like, don't fall for the honey. Don't take the honey trap. The honey is a trap. A trap catching the mice. Don't stick your hand in the honey jar. Don't, oh yeah, a loss. Sticking your hand in the honey jar caused a loss. Huge emphasis from Charlie on internal workings within the organization, things being restructured, dismantled. Some legal loophole that would have put somebody on the outside, somebody who found out about it, somebody who worked closely with him, who maybe gave information to a person who was really upset because they gave him something valuable. We built you up, we can tear you down. I gave you this, you signed a deal, you didn't hold up your end of the bargain, you were about to betray me or do something, and I gave you this success, like I can take it away. Final oracle card. Bottom of the deck. Oh, North Star. No shit, huh? I think Erica said North Star a couple times in her appearance. It's giving me the energy of like, you know the plan. I gave you the blueprint. Pray for the fallen at the bottom. North Star. A unicorn appears to smile as a young woman tenderly strokes his chin. His single horn points towards a bright star in the sky. This is the North Star, also known as Polaris. This star is one of the most well-known astral bodies. It remains in the same spot above the northern horizon all year, while the other stars circle around it. The North Star is a fixed symbol and doesn't change. It doesn't rise or set. With this in mind, the card represents those things that refuse to budge or which we cannot control. Despite being the architects of our lives, there will always be some things that cannot be altered. If you have drawn this card, then you are being reminded that not everything can be fixed or changed to suit. We can't control the weather on our wedding day, for example, or change someone's mind once it's been made up. In a reading, you may be advised not to pursue something as it is clearly not working. While you may be in a position to move some mountains, there will always be some challenges that cannot be overcome. Accepting that not every hurdle can be jumped is a sign of maturity and can save you a lot of disappointment. Wow. Acceptance. Accepting that you just can't fix everything. Some things can't be changed. Some things are out of your control. Some minds can't be made up. Sometimes cleaning house doesn't fix the issue. Some things just can't be fixed. Sometimes the parasite, the rats, they just become too much. And it isn't in your control anymore to fix it. And maybe just acceptance here on his part. Of accepting the gifts and what that caused. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave that there. Let you guys interpret that how you will. Please drop your thoughts and comments down below. I love to hear from you guys, and I always appreciate your guys' input. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Don't forget, subscribe if you haven't, like the video. I do very much appreciate you guys. I love you. I will see you soon. Bye.